All right. So on your assignment, what you're doing was using your Frayer model of notes, your practice from Desmos, and your class practice to determine whether things are linear transformations or not. So on part one, all it's asking you is 1A, 1B, and 1C, are there linear transformations? Do they represent linear transformations? And from your Frayer model, it talked about linear transformations is a line to a line. So first off, if it's not a line to a line, then it's not a linear transformation. Second thing is it's centered around the origin. Okay. If it's not centered around the origin, then it's not a linear transformation. Okay. So was that part. So on your Frayer model, we learned that reflections around the origins, rotations about the origins, and dilations about the origins are all examples of linear transformations. However, translations are not. Translations are just geometric transformations. So that's all it's asking you. Is it linear or is it nonlinear? So NL, L, however you want to do it. Then part two is telling you to identify which one of these transformations would match what you see up here. Okay, that's what part two is asking. Which one does this model? Well, my y is squared. Which one has some curve to it, So paying attention to that. Next, this one is my y's are being doubled in half or changing the size, right? I'm multiplying my variable. That's a dilation, right? So that's a sign of a dilation. Which one of these is modeling a dilation? Okay. The other one, I'm being translated, right? How I know I'm being translated? Because I'm adding or subtracting something from y or x, okay? So all you're doing is matching which graph is which graph. So A, B, C, and then you're writing which graph A, graph B, graph C is what you should have been writing here. All right, on three. So on three, it said to rewrite the following linear transformations in the form of AX plus BY, comma, CX plus DY. So this goes along with the class practice of rewriting. Rewriting means that you're filling in missing variables with either 0x or 0y, and you are simplifying. Okay. So if you look at A, my first coordinate is missing a variable. It's missing the y, right? In order for it to be in this format of AX plus BY, I need a y. So I would be using 0y to fill that in, is what it's asking you to do. On B, before I can do anything, I have to distribute and combine like terms and then go from there to write it in the correct form. And the same thing for C, I would have to distribute and combine like terms in order to write it in the correct form. So that goes along with your 4B.1 part 3. And then on 4, it's asking you to explain if you have points A, B, and C and they all lie on one line together, is it possible using only rotation, dilation, and reflection to go from BC to B prime and C prime? Is that possible? And so if so, how can I go from here to here using only rotation, dilation, or reflection? Because those are the only transformations that you can use when you're describing linear transformations. All right, on here, it's asking you, is Sid correct? So Sid said that what she has here is this geometric transformation is not a linear transformation. So it's asking, is Sid correct? In order to answer if Sid is correct, then you have to write it in the form of AX plus BY, comma, CX plus DY. If you have a constant remaining, which means that you have a number with no variable, right? A constant is a number with no variable, then it's not a linear transformation, okay? That should have been your big takeaway from Wednesday. If the transformation has a constant with no variable, then it is not linear. It is only a geometric transformation. Okay, same thing here. Finley is saying that the geometric transformation is a linear transformation, and you're trying to decide, is Finley correct? So after you look at what Finley has, Finley says it's not a linear transformation, and you're going to prove or disprove that Finley is right or wrong. Okay, so that's what your assignment was supposed to be over. It wasn't meant to be hard. It was meant to make you make connections between the notes that you took. That's due by the end of the day today, either in the box or by before midnight tonight, submit it via Canvas. Got it? Yes? All right.